This creator charged his customer $3,500 for an item worth less than $300 because of the deceptive and bullshit way that he evaluated it, and I have the receipts. This is a quartet card game. It was popular in Germany for a number of decades. They come with a variety of different subjects. This one happens to be German military and political leaders right around World War II, and it is definitely collectible, so let's look at the comps that were used. The first of them was this Himmler card right here that is a single from this larger card game, and it sold for $50 at auction in 2015. But what you did is angle the camera so that you cannot see the actual lot listing, because in addition to that Himmler card, you also receive an original document that was issued by the German military during World War II with a facsimile of Himmler's signature. In my opinion, as a collector, an original military war document with a facsimile signature like this is definitely worth more than the card, and to not disclose that when this comp was used is definitely deceptive. The other comparable that was used was the set of 4 cards from the larger deck that sold in 2013 that is now such an old comparison that the auction site no longer lists it because it looks like everything over a decade has been archived at this point. Now, after citing these two comparables, you then said you could not find a full deck for sale anywhere on the internet.
But all the other examples I found are in museums.
But that's not true, because you cite this article about a museum that offered a reward of £1,000 for a stolen deck of cards. And in that article, it very specifically says that 4 years prior, a deck that was missing only 2 cards had realized €240 at auction. This article was published in 2023, so that €240 price tag for a deck that has 3 more cards than what your deck has postdates both of the comparisons that you used, neither of which in any way are comparable to the deck that you have. So let's take a look at the comparisons that I found with a 5-minute Google search that apparently are nowhere on the internet. In 2021, this apparently full deck of cards sold for €260. And the comp that is closest to the deck that you have is this deck of 55 cards that sold in 2022 for $120 US. And in addition to that deck of cards, you get this sweet set of cigarette cards. Finally, I found this complete deck of cards that was listed by a German dealer that was undated that sold for €99. So if I was to guesstimate the value of these cards based on the comps that I saw, I would say anywhere in the $200 to $300 range would be a really good price to get on them, but I was very interested to see what this creator had listed it for, because at the end of the video he says that he's going to list it on his website.
But what I can do is put it on my website.
Now, I originally saw this video within a day of it being posted, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the website of this creator, so I started poking around a little bit and found this YouTube video from a year ago where apparently this is recycled content and this sold a long time ago. And in that video he tells you that he originally listed it for $4,750.
So my $4,700 price tag got dropped down to $3,500.
But because he had unfortunately not deactivated a discount on this portion of the website, he had given it away to a customer for the bargain deal of just over $3,500. Now, the claim is that he spent $3,000 on this deck of cards,
But this thing cost me $3,000. I'm not made of money.
only he and the seller will ever really know what that dollar amount is, but he also makes a big deal out of making a donation to a charity with a portion of the proceeds, which I definitely applaud.
In this case, I am. I'm giving money to charity.
But even when you take all of that into account, assuming that he spent $3,000 on the deck of cards, he made a $125 donation, that would leave him with a $375 profit. And that means that he eventually realized more in profit than the original item would ever have been worth by a factor of about 25 to 30%. Folks, Google is your friend, make sure you use it.